Hey YouTube, Matches860 on a cool, gloomy day in central Connecticut, 43 degrees, kind of foggy, doing a review of Cornell and Diehl Burley Flake number 3. And we'll give you a look-see of this. It's a little different than the other Burley Flakes that I showed you. This comes, or at least mine did, with whole flakes. The other ones were broken up. Again, it smells like fresh bread dough. Makes your mouth water. Got some in a pipe. We'll light her up. What a day to smoke a pipe. Oh. I got the Savinelli Church Warden that I won from TPC. Like the other flakes, this comes through with perfect moisture content. Not too dry. Not so wet that you can't smoke it. And I'm getting soaked. Anyway. The components of Burley Flake number 3 are the Burleys with Virginia and Perique. And for any of you that watched the review of Burley Flake number 1, your first question is, so what's the big deal? Sounds the same thing as the components in number 1. And when I first looked at these 4 flakes, I asked the same question. And my first bowl of this, I knew immediately that number 3 is an amped up version of number 1 as far as the Perique goes. The Burley and the Virginia, I might be wrong, but it's the same smooth taste. But this number 3 leaves that nice tang in your mouth from the Perique, where number 1 just gives you a little preview. And I may have said in the Burley Flake 1 review that it was a smoothed out version of Haunted Bookshop or Old Joe Krantz. This really is more so. of the two, this is closer to the haunted bookshop. And yet, it's a very consistent smoke. Which has led me to believe that if there's a proper way to smoke Burley, Virginia, and Perique, this flake is probably it. Because from the top of the bowl down to the bottom, there's no real change or surprise as far as the flavor goes. And yet, in some ways, that's why I like Haunted Bookshop and Old Joe Krantz. You never know what you're going to get. Every so often you get these wonderful flavors just because of the way the components got packed into the bowl and are burning together. Really great stuff. I had read a review from, I think it was a newbie, that had tried this and said he really liked it, but it left this weird sensation in his mouth, like his mouth was burning a bit. Didn't get tongue bite, he just got this sensation, and I can only figure that that's the Perique that I love anyway. Nothing bad to say about this. And if I didn't say it with number one, I'll say it now. If you shied away from Burley because you had a bad experience with it, most certainly for people who had a bad experience with Haunted Bookshop or Old Joe Krantz, you should really give this a try, because it's a very, very milder experience. And I don't think that there's anything about it that would turn you away from it. So that's it for Burley Flake number 3. I'll be doing the last flake next week. Hope you'll join me for that. Have a great rest of the day.